2003 was definitely a year of discovery for me. Um, um, what I mean by that is 2003 is the year, I know this may seem hard to believe, but that was the year I actually started to discover the AMVs, or the fan vids as we call them now. The reason I say that is because I had no idea what a fan vid was. I had no idea what an AMV was. And I was still, looking at the computer. I was still using the computers at Independence Inc. On my free time, just to look up stuff and do things. And one of the things I discovered was an AMV slash fanvid of Disney's Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, and it was done to the song "It's My Life" by Bon Jovi. And I discovered it, and I'm thinking, wow, this looks so good. I wonder if it's professional. I wonder if it's been on Toon Disney and I haven't seen it. Well, as I found out, it was never on Toon Disney. What I found out, it was the fact that some fan had made this in their home on their computer, and it surprised me. And I went on to discover that that wasn't the only one. There were fan vids and AMVs on all sorts of other animated shows and franchises, like Rescue Rangers, like Tailspin, like Sonic the Hedgehog, like Yogi Bear, I mean, the list goes on and on. How many were there? How many fan vids and AMVs that I discovered based on other animated franchises, including even some live action ones as well. So it was kind of amazing. And I asked one. I think I contacted someone that worked on one of those AMVs, and they told me that one of the common programs that's used for it is Windows Movie Maker. Now, Windows Movie Maker, of course, as we now know, is really a piece of crap, nowadays. But anyway, back then it was probably the best thing you had. So I ended up using it for a while when I was still using the Independence Inc. Computers to get it. And one thing about Independence Inc. though in 2003 is I guess they started to get a little bit more stricter or something like that. People coming in and using their computers for free or something like that. I don't know what happened. I really can't say, but the rules started to change a little bit, and the classes got a little longer. So, there were a couple of times I couldn't even, go into the classroom because things had changed basically, and the class was still going, so I couldn't go in there. So 2003, like I said, was a year of discovery for me because not only did I discover AMVs slash fanvids, but I also discovered that there was different ways of getting a computer for yourself. And then that's when I went to the Renner Center in Lawrence, Kansas, found the computer that this camera I'm speaking into is next to, and started to make payments on it. And before you knew it, I had a computer at home, I got internet access, and I started doing my own thing. One of the ladies one of the ladies that worked with me was kind of shocked by this, and she kind of she looked at my computer and the payments I was making on it, and she kind of said to herself, "That's a beast," because of the payments I was making on it. Because what I was paying for it, I could have bought my own. And eventually, I did buy this, but But yeah, 2003 is when I first started renting my computer. So. And I started doing my own things with it, and just just enjoyed using it for whatever I needed. And through it, I started making more fan vids and things like that. I was able to stay on the internet a little longer than I could have at Independence Inc. But overall, it's just a great thing to have in the house or in the apartment. So it was fun. It was fun to have this, and you know, there were a couple of times, you know, throughout my payments, throughout the times I was paying for it, that I had to return it to them because I couldn't pay. And there were also a couple of times that I had to take this in even after I paid for it, to get it looked at. You know, I had to take it down to a computer shop, which was right across from Burger King, and have them, you know, look at it and fix it. And it was, you know, overall, had a lot done with this thing since I got it. But since I got it in 2003, so, but overall, you know, it was one of the best items I had, one of the best things I got. 2003 also kind of ended on a good note for me, because me and my father were able to go out and see my nephew Jacob when he was born, or after he was born. So 2003, definitely a year of discovery for me. Definitely. When it came to finding out about AMV/FanVids, to finding out ways of getting your own computer, and things like that.